Hello, this is Faith and her Crafty Ideas. It's been a long time since I've been here. I think it was back in May or April that I was here last time. And today is June the 10th, and this is video number 25. And I am so glad if you're returning to watch, and thank you. If this is your first time to stop by, I hope you like it. And if you do, I'd really love for you to give me a thumbs up on the like button and the subscribe button. Click the bell so you'll know when you get new videos. And I appreciate all of you that watch me and you tell me so. And I just enjoy sharing my love for crafts, for cross stitching, for card making, and whatever else I do. And I just enjoy telling you about it. So it's just my little way of telling people what I like to do. And as you know, in my area here, there's not too many cross stitchers, but I do have some news about that in a little bit, and I'll share that with you. But anyways, I'd love for you to comment that, hey, you watched. If you have any advice to share, please do so. And because I love to read the comments that I get. And I do have a couple new subscribers, and I really appreciate that. And just continue to share it with your friends. Well, let's get started. Let's see. I hope you've had a wonderful Mother's Day, Memorial Day, beginning of June, and things are going well. I can't believe it's June already, but here it is. And so I hope that, things are going well for you. And in my last video, if you remember, I talked about how where I live in Oklahoma, we really were in need of some rain. It was really, really dry. Well, the Lord has blessed us with rain. He has really blessed us with rain, and we are so thankful for that. But it's time to bring in the harvest. And now, you don't want to say it, but we need the rain to stop for a little bit so the men can bring in the harvest from the fields. And last night we had a really good rain again last night. So, and it's time to bring in the wheat harvest. So I don't know how you pray for that. I know the Lord, He will do what He sees best. So we just have to leave it at that and be thankful for it. So anyways, that's how it is. Let's see. Last video was on April the 20th. That's been a little over 2 months ago since I last spoke to you. Let's see, what have I been up to since then? Let's see. First of all, I bought some plants to put on my porch. I love to have plants on my porch, but I'm one of those that could kill a plastic plant if I'm not careful. So my husband knows it's windy and it's dry here. So if you're going to have plants here on those windy and dry days when there's no rain, you have to water them every day. And I'm not good at that. So my wonderful husband hooked up a watering system that will water my plants twice, I think it is, twice a day for like 2 minutes at each time. Once in the morning, once in the evening. So my plants, they survive and they do well. I love to have plants. So they're out there, and I do have 2 plants on the inside, and I can remember to do them. Those are not the problem. So anyways, I've got my plants now planted. I took a trip to Kentucky. I visited my father, who is in a nursing home there. We had a good visit for 3 days. I went on 3 different days. We had good visits. I visited with my sister. I stayed in her home. We had a good time together. We did various little things. We even took a little day trip, and I got to go visit with 2 of my other cousins and their wives. We ate lunch together. So that was really nice and fun to do. And then on May 20th, I found, well, let me back up a little bit. I found on Facebook, here was a group of Oklahoma stitchers. I knew it wasn't true, but I was beginning to think that nobody else in Oklahoma cross-stitched except me. And here I found these Oklahoma stitchers, and there is a group that gets together in Tulsa, and then there's a group that gets together in Oklahoma City. Now, Oklahoma City is about an hour, a little over an hour, hour and 15 minutes away from me. But it's doable. and they get together like the third Saturday of every month. And so in May, I went and I joined them. It was such a good time to join, meet some people that like-minded stitchers that we could talk about it and share what we've been working on. And it was just really kind of fun. And so they're getting together here in June. I'm hoping I can go to that one. I told them that I didn't know if I could go to every one of them because most of them have 10 minutes, 15 minutes because they live right there in the city. But I have like over an hour to go, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. So anyways, but it was really a fun day. So that was kind of cool for me to do. There are other people in Oklahoma that stitch, and just as much or more than I do. Anyways, we did that. Over Memorial Weekend, we went camping. Our two sons went with us. Joshua came in from Colorado, and he went camping with us. And we had a really good weekend. There were about 7, 8 couples that were there with us. So we had one little section of the campground. We had it all to ourselves, kind of, and we just had a really good time talking together and being together in the evenings around the campfire and catching up on each other's lives. So that was kind of cool. And otherwise, I think we're just keeping up with life and doing what needs to be done. And I continue to work at the Etc. shop every other week. And I've been trying to go to the Y, and I ride my stationary bike, and I try to do aerobic swimming every time I can. So we're working on that. And I spent last week cleaning all this section over here one day. I took it, I just reorganized and I cleaned all that. And so hopefully I can work my way and I just go through things and get rid of some things that I haven't used in a while. And if I don't think it's necessary, I just kind of get rid of it. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. Well, now it's time to show you what I have been working on, because that's what we're here for, is my cross stitching. So anyways, let's see, finishes. Well, I only really have to tell you about 2 finishes. My April cottage, it's finished, but it's with my friend Beth. She's got several finishes there that she's working on to get them fully finished. I don't give her a timeline when I give her things, because she's got a life to live, and she's a grandma to a lot of little girls, and so she's got that, and she's got her own things to do. So I just tell her when she gets them done, she gets them done. And I don't have those back yet, so I can't show you any fully finished things today. So I did finish my April cottage, and that's with her, plus some other things that hopefully by the next video, maybe I can show them to you. But then I told you that I'd work on these little ornaments 2 days out of every month. Well, here's 2 that I have got finished, and I have them fully finished, and there they are. A little tree. You've seen these little hoops. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, and they just work perfect for these, and then I put a piece of felt on the back. That's one, and here's the other one that I have fully finished, and I've started on another one. So those will go on my tree this year. I'm trying to get several of them done, but that's fully finished. And then at our sit and stitch, one of the girls came around and gave everybody a little piece of material and a name badge that you would wear like to a conference or whatever. And she suggested, and she had hers, to cross stitch your name. You do it however you want to, whatever font you want to use, whatever. And then when you go to a cross stitch convention or whatever, you can wear your name. So here I did mine. And I don't know if I'm going to trim that off anymore or not. I know it's got a little bubble in there, but I kind of hate to. And so I can just clip that on. And if I go to, like in October, I'm going to go to a convention, and I can just put theirs on the back, put their name on the back of it, whatever, and I can put my name on the front, and I'll have my own name. There we go. So that's a finish. So that's one that I've done. So I thought that was kind of cool. I spent 2 evenings, I think, and I got that done. Didn't take me long at all to do it. And like I said, I don't have any fully finishes. So hopefully by the next video, I'll have quite a few fully finishes to show you. Okay, let's look at my whips. And I have a lot of them to show you. I have a lot of whips. As you know, I keep my book that I jot down every day what I'm working on. That was my May. Here's my June, and I know what I'm going to work on each day in June. It's in pencil, and when I do it, I move it over, I change it to ink. So, you know, life happens, and sometimes you change your mind or something doesn't work quite the way you want it to. So that's my calendar. And then if it comes up on, if it's a whip go, I work on it for 6 days. Normally I work on them for 2, sometimes 3, but usually 2 days. But if it's on my whip go board, I work on it for 6. So for the month of June, it was my cottage, and I'll show that to you in a little bit. That was my May cottage. And Stitching with Friends. Those are my 2 June choices. My May ones were Country Bloomers, and I did complete that goal. And it was Tiny Town, which I'll show you in a little bit. So I completed those. So I worked on both of those for 6 days, and I will show you those in just in a minute. Okay, so I have them. And then I also will show you, I know I like to be organized. I have a list of everything that I'm working on, and the top one is my oldest one, and then I work down. And I try to keep track of what month I work on them, and I try to alternate. If I don't get to one month, I make sure I get to it the next month. So that is what I try to do. Anyways, so those are all my upcoming ones, and that is not quite right, because you know what I did? I even got next year's kind of planned out. There may be a few changes in there, but I've even got next year's laid out, what I'm going to do. But anyways, here we go. Let's see what I have been working on. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming. Excuse me. Let me get a drink. Okay. The first one is my Tiny Town, and like I said, this was on one of my whip go goals. Here's my Tiny Town, and I want to do all the Tiny Towns. They've got a Christmas, a Halloween, 4th of July, fall, a ocean one, beach one, I think it is, whatever, but I want to eventually do all of them and put them on a magnetized board that I can just switch them in and out. But I love them. But anyways, here is where I'm at, and I did this for 6 days. Isn't that just so cute? But I've done that there. That's where I'm at on that one. Let's see. I'm about, when I get this building done right here, I will be about halfway done. So I have that one. That's my first one. And I did that one. That was one of my May whip goes. And I have done that one I did that for 6 days. Okay. I know most floss tubers, when they show theirs, they show what bags they use. Well, I don't do that because I make all mine. And they're not very, they're not very fancy or anything, but I just make mine. My second one is my Nativity, and I've told you about this one, how the material's no problem, the thread's no problem, it's the pattern that's the killer. to try to look at the pattern. I've enlarged it as much as I possibly can. But I am done with the middle part, and I am working on this shepherd here. He seems to be going a little easier than this part. I still have some back stitching to do, so I kind of alternate back stitch and then go and work on that. But this one, let me see. Now, I don't have a picture of where I started. I thought I did. If I do, I'll put it in. I thought I had a picture of this one, but that's where I'm at right now. It's looking good. I'm really pleased with it. I'm thinking I do have a picture of where I started. I don't know why. But anyways, and that's one of my Walmart bags. And the next one I've worked on, I feel really good about. It is my praying hands. I just have to work on this a little bit at a time and just keep going. It's a very intense because it's basically all one or two colors, or the colors are, well, there's 6 colors in it, but they're all kind of the same. And let me get it. Oh, gracious. I can show you. This is where I'm at. You can see the Bible's getting done, and there's the hands. So it's coming. I've really been working on the Bible is where I'm at. And so that is where I'm at on that one there. So it's coming, and I do have a picture of that one that I will put in there alongside of that one where I was before, the praying hands. Okay. All right. Let me put this away. Next one is the one I'm doing for my friend. It's Isaiah 40:31. And this is what it looks like. And I'm working on this eagle's wings. Right in here is where I'm at. Right up here in this part. And I do have a picture of this one. Sorry for the wrinkles. But here's where I'm at on this. I've been working up here and just working down. Whatever thread is next, and then I just bring it down as far as I can. It's really, you don't see a lot of progress in it, but I have made progress. And it will be beautiful when it gets done, I'm sure. So there is that one that I am working on. And the next one, oh, this one, I had this one on my Whipco board, and I have made a lot of progress on this. This is my Country Bloomers. And here's a picture of where it was before. And I'm going to start over here. You've seen all this. Let me back up. That's where I was before. Now I'm going to fold it in half. And here is where I'm at now. I got that last pair of bloomers done. I got the flowers done underneath it. The word bloomers done. I'm starting on the pot there at the end, finishing up that, trying to get the bottom. Everything done at the bottom. And then I have one pair of bloomers left. So I don't have that much left. There it is. So that one's, I'm getting excited about that one getting finished. I'm getting excited about that. That's in my, whoops, my farm bag that I made. And my next one was my new one for the month of May. And it was called Spring ABCs by Little House Needleworks. And hopefully I can do some more of these. I think there's one for different seasons, but I didn't get much done on it. But right there's what I've got done so far. The A and the B, and I'm working on the letter C right now. So, and I've got a runaway thread. There we go. So that's where I'm at on that one. So we're coming along on that one. So that was my May new start. Each month I start one new one. Okay, let's see. Now, my temperature tree that I do. And I'm way behind on this. I'm gonna have to start using this as my, as my take-along piece so I can get caught up on it again. There's January's branch, February, March, April, and I was working on May's branch. So I've got May and June to get caught up on. It doesn't take me long to get caught up on them if I just sit down and do it. And I always enjoy doing it. I'm watching the colors, the different colors appear on the tree, the leaves. So, yeah, when I go somewheres, this is what I'll be working on. So I can get it caught up. Besides having it in my regular schedule. I'll get it on a double duty. That's that way. All right. My next one. Oh, here we go. Here's my May cottage. And I have been working on it for 6 days. It was on my Whip Go board. I've been working on it for 6 days. And today I'll work on it one more day. And this is where I'm at. I'm almost done. I have this to do and this to do at the bottom because it repeats itself. So after you have your house, then you repeat the flowers, and then you do the beehive and the bees, and then you do the top part. So I just have that, and that was my whip. That's my Whip Go right now that I'm working on, and I have one more day to do that. So today I will work on that for today and see how much more I can get done on it, because hopefully I'll just have a little bit left. And I know May's already passed, so but I'll be able to have it for next year. And then coming up this month, I've worked on it in the past. I worked on it. Was Stitching with Friends. I got this at Stitch West last year. It's by the Little Stitch Girl. And I worked on it once. And, I don't know if it's, let's see, June. Next week I'll start on a rotation of this for 6 days because it's coming up on my Whip Go. So this is where I'm at on it right now. If I have any pictures of these, most of these I do have pictures. I will put them in by each one of them from where I was before. That way you'll see. But anyways, that one is beautiful. I love working on that. I love that. Now, that is what I've got. But now, in June, like I've told you, I start something new each month. And so for my new June start will be this right here, a virtuous woman. That'll probably be in my rotation for a long time. And I could not find a piece of fabric that was big enough for it. And I wanted to do it on 16 count. And I could not find any. And the place that I usually order from, it was on back order. Well, I was afraid I wouldn't get it in time, so I tried a new place. I tried 1, 2, 3 Stitch, which I had always heard wonderful things about, and let me tell you, they were wonderful. I got it. I think I got it within like 4 days. I had it. So I had to have a piece of, oh, here it is. I had to have a piece that was at least 8 1/8 by 13 3/8, and then if you add your 3 inches onto that. But I think I'll only be able to maybe have a 2-inch on mine. But anyways, that'll be my new start for this month. And so I ordered a piece of fabric. Let's see if it has the name on here. I don't remember what I called it, what it was when I ordered it. What the name of the fabric was. But it was DMC, I know that. It doesn't say, but I didn't want anything too dark. I wanted something really light, a light beige, light tan, whatever. So that is one thing that I ordered. I got that. And then hopefully I will see you. Hopefully it won't be so long before I see you again. But anyways, I just thought I'd go ahead and share with you. My July start will be this, and it will be this picture right up here. It'll say Slagle House. And that's what I'm going to be working on. And I got my measurements and everything that I needed for that. And so I had to order from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I went ahead and I ordered my fabric that I would need for that. And let's see, it says on there, 1/8 of a yard. It's called French Latte. That's what this one is called. So that's what I ordered from that, for that one. So I got that in. So that'll be ready to go for the month of July. That'll be my new start for that one. And then I'm keeping up with trying to do my cottages. Well, I'm doing my May cottage, and as you know, the month is June. So I'm going to skip June and July, and I'm going to go straight to August. So I'm going to go get August done. Then I can come back and get June and July, because I'm not going to be able to hang them up this year anyways. So I'll go back and get June and July. So I've ordered that from them. And so I was just really pleased. So if you ever have to order anything cross-stitch, quilting-wise, whatever, I recommend them very, very highly. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, I want to thank you. Now, I want to show you. I've told you that I would share a couple of my cards that I made. The first one I want to share with you is one of my thinking of you cards. It says, I think of you. Now, I'm keeping track of which cards I share with you, so that way I don't repeat them. And here's my Happy Everything card. And this one I really like. Takes a little bit of time for me to color it in, but I really enjoy it. Enjoy making it. And it says, may all your paths lead to happiness. It's a little more time consuming, but I enjoy making it. Because whenever you make it and you send it to somebody special, I just enjoy doing that for them. There's that one. And then this one, I like this one. This is a springy, summery one. That's a birdhouse, seasonal birdhouse stamp that I have. I think I've got her in different seasons. So that's my 4 cards I wanted to show you today. So, all right, let me see, I've lost my book. Oh, there it is. There it is, there it is. Okay, I hope you stay around for my reading today, and if not, I hope you have a wonderful day all day long. And I really would appreciate if you'd share my floss tube with your friends. Just put it out there and that other people can see it, and that maybe they can enjoy it, and I can encourage other people to be creative in some way. But here we go. Today we're going to read, it's called Pay It Forward. Merciful God, how do you do it? No matter how little we deserve it, you show us mercy. Give us yet another chance, and then another one, and another. My own mercy gets worn thin. How many second chances do I have to give? As many as I've received, I'm sure you would say. I'm going to need your help with this one too. Be merciful toward my unmerciful heart. Change it for the better. Give me your inexhaustible patience and grace so I can show it to others, just as it's been shown to me. How better can I thank you than to pay mercy forward? Show me how, and let your mercy triumph in my life. How have you seen God's mercy in your life today? And to you too, I hope you have a wonderful day all day long. Thank you. I'll see you soon, I hope. Bye-bye.